Good morning and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the Columbus Center for Spiritual Living meditation this morning. I'm Julie Matheson, a practitioner here at the Columbus Center for Spiritual Living. And if you're here for the meditation, you're in the right place. It's such a joy and a special thing that we can get together this morning and every Sunday morning and just tune in and breathe together and take a few moments to calm our minds together and to bring our attention to the stillness and to the peace that is always deep within us. It's always right there if we just take a moment to tune into it and remember that it's there. So let's go ahead and breathe together. Let's tune in to that peace with our breath. We focus on our breath in meditation because breath is power and it's calming. So let your breathing be full and deep and take up lots of space. It's okay if you can hear it. You're supposed to, because you're breathing. So breathe deep with me. Take another really deep breath. It's okay. And just let it out slowly. And another really deep breath. So powerful to just breathe together. We're intending peace right now. We're intending calm. And we're just letting our breath do that for us. And tune into your body right now and just notice how it feels. Feel the support of your seating. It's holding you there, safe and secure. And notice, is there any place that you are clenching that you can release and just free the energy of it? And just let your eyes close. This time is just for you to get in touch with that calm, still place within you that is always right there. So in our philosophy, we believe and we practice that the way we end is the way we begin. The way we end is the way we begin. Things turn out differently when we bring our full consciousness and attention to take a moment to imagine an outcome before we start to engage in some activity, even before we start to worry about something. To take that moment just to ask ourselves, what is my highest intention for this? Just to get clear. Life honors our thoughts, our beliefs, and our free will. And it does this no matter whether we take a moment to get peaceful first or not. Yet things often turn out best when we start with peace, when we start with calm. So let's take another deep breath. Deep and full and loud. And just imagine that any energy that might have gotten scattered this week from all the comings and goings just in your life, just imagine that you're breathing with each breath, that you're breathing all that energy back. You're breathing back all of your strength. You're breathing back all of your energy and all of your power. And that it comes back and that it in its rightful place within you. It feels so good to bring that energy back. Sometimes we get angry about something, some injustice, something that happens, something unfair, and that's understandable, right? That's an honest response to that, right? And yet, when we can step back for a moment and remember that the way we end is often the way we begin, and if we choose to begin with peace, if we can, with breath, we will have a higher flow, a higher and better outcome. The way we end is the way we begin. It's our mission to create a world that works for everyone, to be a part of that creation, to contribute to that functionality of higher flow, of civilized living, to contribute to a kinder, more balanced, more equal, peaceful life for everyone. We often hear that saying, be the peace you want to see in the world. And I love this saying too. One peaceful person is more powerful than 10,000 angry people. So is there some area of your life that you could imagine yourself being the peace bringer? Any area, big or small. And in the sense of being that peace bringer, can you imagine that being peaceful and powerful? Fully in your body, committed, clear, and as Rumi says, let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray. The way we end is the way we begin. You are a peace bringer. By letting yourself be drawn to what you really love, you will be serving others and bringing peace to the world. Join me now in a few moments of silence as we ponder the idea of being a peace bringer, starting with the end in mind and letting yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love in service to a peaceful life for you and all involved. And now, coming back out of the silence and continuing to consciously breathe together, tapping into your powerful breath, your powerful calm. Another deep breath. And release it slowly and fully. The way we end is the way we begin. You are a peace bringer. And by letting yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love, thank you, Rumi, you will be honoring the part of you that guides you to a peaceful life. And when you honor your inner peace and balance, you honor all life. And I'd like to leave you with just a few affirmations for the day, in the way we like to do with I statements. I begin with the end in mind. The way I end is the way I begin. I choose to be a peace bringer. I choose to be a solution bringer. I choose beautiful thoughts that create beautiful experiences for me and for all. I do my life with love. I love my life. Thank you for joining us this morning for this meditation time. Service will begin at 10:30 Eastern. Have a beautiful, peaceful day.
Good morning and welcome to Columbus Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Tammy Evans. I'm a religious science practitioner and I will be giving you the announcements today. Everyone is invited to the Zoom room for Sunday celebration, and our services are being live streamed to our YouTube channel at Columbus CSL. Please feel free to share our service from your YouTube channel to your own Facebook page. For everyone on Zoom with us today, please feel free to turn on your video so you can see your beautiful faces. Please keep yourself muted. Thank you. Mark your calendars for our next Open Heart, Open Mic event on Friday, June 11th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Watch for your upcoming CCSL Weekly Word newsletter, e-newsletter for the Zoom link. You can also find the link on our Facebook page. Would you like to share your amazing talents at an upcoming Open Hearts Open Mic? Contact Jim Hetzer at jahetzer@sbcglobal.net. Please join us for our next monthly CCSL community meeting on Sunday, June 13th at 12 p.m. via Zoom. A variety of topics are covered. There is always a question and answer time. This meeting is not recorded. You can join us using the same Zoom link we use for Sunday service. Be on the lookout for a survey coming soon from the Core Council. We will be asking you about in-person services this summer. Speaking of the Core Council, we want to remind members that if they would like to join a Core Council meeting, that you are welcome. Just reach out to one of the Core members for the link. Do you have a suggestion? Email it to ccslsuggestionbox@gmail.com. And if you would like prayer after service or anytime throughout the week, you can find our prayer practitioners on our website, columbuscsl.org, or you can submit a prayer request on our Facebook page. That's the news for today. Please enjoy our opening song, Love Is My Religion by Jamie Luna. No, give me a second here.
I wish you peace. I wish you joy. I wish you love, 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 love. I wish you faith in yourself to reveal all that you've come here to be. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. I wish you strength. I wish you courage. Wish you love, 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 love. I wish you purpose to create all your dreams and co-conspire with the light of your life. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Your answers to eternity are always deep inside you. That freedom of expression is yours to choose right now. Love is my joy, my religion. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. If you know the words. Love is my religion. Oh, love is my joy, my religion. Love is my decision. Yeah, yeah. Love is my voice, my religion. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Oh, love is my religion. Love is. Come on, y'all, sing it for mama. Love is my religion. Love is. Love is my religion. Love is. Love is. Love is. Love is.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the Columbus Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Amy Papadoupolo, and it is my honor to be here with you this morning. We are an inclusive organization
Birthday on the 22nd, the day after Reverend Michael.
that honors and welcomes everyone, no matter where you are on your spiritual journey. You are welcome and honored and celebrated here. Thank you for joining us this morning. If you're joining us from our Zoom link, or thank you if you're joining us on our YouTube channel, Columbus CSL. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so, and remember to give it a thumbs up and to ring the bell. So now, please read our mission statement along with me. We serve the transformation of individual lives through education, spiritual practice, and deep community, using the spirit and science of mind principles as our compass. I'd like to thank our practitioner this morning that gave us the meditation, Julie Matheson. The way we end is the way we begin was the theme, which was just beautiful. So thank you for that, Julie. Julie is also holding High Watch, virtual High Watch for us, so that we can take this community and this energy and this message and embody it even further, and our philosophy, and even embody it further. So thank you, Julie. Our opening song was provided by Jamie Lula. So thank you, Jamie, for sharing your music with us. And now I'd like to reintroduce practitioner Tammy Evans. Tammy.
Thank you, Reverend Amy. With the ringing of the bowl, we begin our sacred service. I would like to introduce our community member, Jill Schultz, who will be giving us the reading this morning. Jill?
Good morning. A reading from Charlene Banks. There is one infinite reality. We call it by many names, including but not limited to God, life, universal spirit, infinite intelligence, first cause, or the thing itself. The one infinite reality is undivided, complete, and whole within itself. This oneness creates everything out of itself, and therefore includes both the absolute and relative, the tangible and intangible, the physical and metaphysical aspects of reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. Now let's take a moment of silence together. There is a universal mind, spirit, intelligence that is the origin of everything. It is God, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it. This universal life and energy finds an outlet in and through all that is energized and through everything that lives. This energy is in everything. It is through this energy that we live, move, and have our being. I am one with the infinite rhythm of life which flows through me as the love that I share, the light that I shine into the world, as spirit, as expressing through me, and as everyone listening. We are all one, and we are all one with the one. Today I claim a knowing of all the interconnectedness of life. I remember my ancestors who came before me, who were expressing a spirit. I remember the power of their stories, the gift of their love. And I know that each accomplishment and each tragedy lives through me, as me, in the right here and now. As I look behind me to all the ancestors that came before me and all of us here, I am grateful, and I say thank you. Thank you for all your trials and tribulations, because it shows up as all of us here today in this space. Without them, we wouldn't be here. I release us into the law that says yes to the interconnectedness, yes to the gift of love, and yes to the accomplishments and tragedies, knowing that it is done. I let it go, I let it be, and please join me in saying, and so it is.
And so it is. Excuse me. Thank you, Tammy, for that beautiful prayer. Kind of teeing up our talk today. So thank you. Our theme this month is Holy, Holy Uprising. And our talk title this week is Say Their Names. So kind of the context here is, as an international organization, we have these weekly and monthly themes. If a center chooses to use these themes, they can. And we do choose to use these themes. So you could go and watch or listen to another Center for Spiritual Living and may hear the same talk, a little variation, of course, as the speaker, the minister gives the talk. So this month, our context is, and we've been talking about it this month, is that Science of Mind is a leading edge spiritual organization. And like, as we've said before, we're not the best kept secret. We are poised with a teaching and tools to take humanity into a new paradigm of consciousness. And these talks, as we do them in our center and other centers, it's inviting us to demonstrate these principles in our lives. And it's also inviting us to demonstrate these principles in our communities and our specific community, and therefore out in the world. So what we're going to talk about today is is a way to take these principles and embody them more and live them in your life so that you can go out and make a difference, not only in your life, but other people's lives as well. So like Julie talked about, or like she focused on in her meditation, the way we end is the way we begin. And that was right in alignment with my talk today. It's just amazing how when I become aware and look around things, they just naturally line up. Spirit just naturally lines things up. And Tammy's prayer about our ancestors that came before us, this is also what we're going to be talking about today as well. So let me, before I do that, begin with the end in mind, and the way we end is the way we begin. So I'm going to say that the way I want to end this talk this morning is by opening up our minds, our hearts, our consciousnesses. We're going to do a ritual that releases anything that's not serving us. And we're going to make more room for spirit to express through us individually as our lives. And in the end, as we do this for ourselves, we also do it for each other, for our families, for our friends, and for the world, because we are all connected. So as we heal and as we grow and as we do our spiritual practice, we not only do it for us, but we do it for everyone else. And we know that we are in a major change of consciousness. And this is our work, as we used to say, religious scientists. So let's do this today, and then end with just a sweet, peaceful knowing that God is all there is, and that we have the power within us to co-create our lives. So the talk today is about our ancestors. Like Tammy mentioned in her prayer, Reverend Molly used to say that we're at the edge of the wedge, and that we are this point right here. We are at the point, the edge of the wedge. We're in the forward motion of it. And what's in the wedge are all of our ancestors and all of the people that have come behind us that allows us to be at the edge of this wedge. And so many cultures honor their ancestors, and we do it, and they do it in all kinds of different ways. And also, you know, we in many cultures, we acknowledge and we honor those who have transitioned. If you think about 9/11 or the AIDS quilts or the Day of the Dead, even in the Old Testament, the biblical genealogies are examples. Those are just a few examples of how different cultures acknowledge their ancestors. And I'm just imagining in my mind as I say those things, I'm wondering if there are other cultures or traditions or something that you may practice that you're thinking of that honors our ancestors. So this morning, I'd like for us to give ourselves an opportunity to remember, to reflect, and to honor the way that life, or the way that God has shown up as itself in all of these people and all of its power, so that we can heal what is ours to heal and reveal the God in all of it. In Centers for Spiritual Living, we have an evolutionary vision. I love that term, evolutionary vision. We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family. And in this family, that we respect and honor the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. I love that. I could read that every day. It's just exactly who and what I know I want to be in this world. And our principles. So the science of mind is based in used to called religious science. Now it's the science of mind. And we have principles. We have core values that guide our philosophy. And our values, I just want to read some of our values to you. Respect, remembrance, reclaiming of our spiritual heritage, cultural, societal, communal, honoring, oneness, and of course, the accountability of our interconnectedness. So these values are our values as Centers for Spiritual Living, but they're also values that kind of like get us thinking about what we're going to talk about today. So in our textbook that we read, The Science of Mind, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes says there is a universal mind, spirit, intelligence that is the origin of everything. It is first cause. It is God. This universal life and energy finds an outlet in and through all that it energizes and through everything that lives. There is one life back of everything that lives. There is one energy back of all that is energized. And this energy is in everything. And there is one spirit back of all expression. That is the meaning of that mystical saying, in him we live, move, and have our being. So now I would take that last quote from Reverend Ernest Holmes and say, in it we live and move and have its being. So as a leading edge teaching, we honor and recognize the contributions of those that have come before us. It's that edge of the wedge. We recognize and we celebrate them consciously by identifying the interconnectedness with all of them to us and us to them, and a connection of all to all. So really, when we talk about there being only one spirit, only one mind, only one first cause, and we are a unique expression of that, everything that we see out there is an expression of God, no matter what. Now, as members or participants in the Centers for Spiritual Living or of CCSL, we practice these principles, but we know in our world right now, not everyone sees the interconnectedness of all of life. I mean, you can just turn on the news and you can see other demonstrating, like what's happening in the Gaza Strip. It's them versus us. It's we and them, other, different. And we know that when there is other and people don't embrace the oneness and there's fear and control, there's violence and hate and murder and rape. Ooh, just even saying those things, I just feel my body just, I can feel the energy of it. It's palpable, at least in me, and what I have seen and what I have read. And this is what I want to heal today. It's that place within me that goes, I want to heal it, and yet not forget. So this is an opportunity for us as a community. And if you don't do it with us right now, if you're going to watch later on YouTube or on Facebook, I invite you to do this as well, even though you're not doing it here. You know, Spirit has no idea of time or place. So this is an opportunity. We're going to do a ritual. It's an opportunity to acknowledge all of those who have been harmed due to such things as racism, sexism, homophobia, xenophobia, or any otherness. Because we are all one, when those things happen, there's part of us that gets harmed as well. And the same is true as we heal this. The part of us that's healing also heals another unique individualization of the one. So, to ensure the power of recognition, in just a moment, we're going to speak the names of those who have been harmed, those people that have been harmed, those groups that have been harmed. Because as we do so, as we name it, as we speak it, it comes up to come out, to acknowledge, and to be let go of, and to be transformed into an energy, because we know we cannot destroy energy. It will be transformed into an energy that nurtures us. So this is a place for us this morning to acknowledge and to grieve and to mourn as a community. And gosh, how powerful that is. And also to transform that grief into something that is nurturing. So let's take a moment, and if it's comfortable for you and you choose, close your eyes. I invite you to bring into your mind's eye the people you may have known, maybe yourself, groups who have been harmed, who have been wrongly accused, who have been marginalized, who have been harmed, who have been maimed, who have been raped, who have been killed. See them in your mind's eye. And again, I invite you to include yourself in there as well. And either in your conscious mind or in your subconscious mind, I invite you to speak the names of either individual people or groups. Again, either in your mind or out loud. Let's take just a few moments and do that now. About 10 more seconds. So now, as we have either out loud or silently said their names, our names, I'm going to speak the Ho'oponopono prayer 3 times. And if you'd like, you can say it with me. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now imagine that energy in the form of people, in the form of names, in the form of group, in the form of hatred or fear or control. Imagine all of that coalescing into a ball. This big ball, little ball, huge ball, yucky ball, whatever kind of ball. Imagine all of this energy coming together. All of this energy. And as you have that ball that's coming together, maybe it's growing, when you're ready, take that ball and throw it. Throw it right into that big, perfect sphere of plasma we call the sun. That molten, that molten fire, it's even beyond fire. That just throw all of that energy way up into the sun. And we know that energy cannot be destroyed. So what the sun does is it takes think about all of our balls that are going up there, takes these balls and transforms that energy, transforms that into sunlight, transforms that into the rays of the sun that come back down to earth, that is lighting up our morning this morning, that sunlight that gives us energy, that gives us the nutrients that not only we need to survive, but all of the things on the earth that need to survive because of sunlight. That is the power of God. That is the power of transformation of what doesn't work into what does work. So as we are nourished by what was originally something harmful, something hurtful, we give it over to the light. And that light transforms it into something that feeds us and nourishes us. And we have to say yes. That sunlight that's coming through my windows, thank God for that sunlight. But as we go out, we have to go out in it. We have to open ourselves up to it and let it nourish us. So as we do this spiritual practice, it opens up those places in us and in humanity that need a healing. We release them and we allow the nurturance of God to come into our souls, to bring light and healing and revealing of the light within us, to emanate through our world. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about this morning is this idea of otherness. This idea of when we listen to the news or when we watch the news or when we come into something that we're unfamiliar with or something that we push against. I know I do. Or something that we resist. What do we think about? Do we curse the other political party? Do we curse the other group? Do we damn them? Because when we do that, we separate ourselves from the one. If we say it's all one, then it is all one. I remember having this conversation when Trump was elected. There's so many people that I know that were just pushing against it. But you know, God, if we say God is in everything and everyone, we don't push against it. Now, just like we put sunscreen on, we put a boundary between our skin and the sun. It's important to know where our boundaries are also. But when we put that sunscreen on, that boundary on, we're not saying anything is bad or harmful or cursing it. We're not damming the sunlight. When we put our sunscreen on, we're putting our boundary up, and that's good. That's important because it keeps us safe. It's funny, as I've been doing these talks, things just drop right in. I had no idea I was going to talk about those boundaries, but I did want to talk about those thoughts. And you know what, too? The boundaries, even in ourselves. Sometimes we have to have boundaries. We definitely have to have boundaries within ourselves. What am I thinking about? Because remember, our tendency of thoughts is creating our life, is co-creating our life. What are we thinking about when we talk about the edge of the wedge? What are we thinking about when we're in our world? Because it's creating our lives. And because there's only one. If we're pushing against anything, we're pushing against God. We are centers of energy and information in an infinite field. That's what we are. Centers of energy and information in this infinite field, whether you call it God or Buddha or whatever it is. We are all infinite centers of information, and so is everyone else. There is no other field. There is just one field. So in closing, actually, there's two things I want to do in closing. This one is more of the call to action. Howard Thurman said, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and go and do that. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. As I was listening to the opening song with Jamie Lula, I was really thinking about how, if we want to know what we're thinking, take a look at our lives. When we're reacting to what's in our life out here, is it giving us enough space to intend? Like Julie told us this morning, the way we end is the way we begin. Are we intending our lives? That's where our true power is in this place of co-creation. Are we intending it, or are we reacting? Are we intending a healing and an opening, or are we getting caught up? And I know I get caught up too. Oh, the drama. Sometimes I get caught up in it too. I think our call to action is what makes us come alive, paying attention to our thoughts. And anytime there's any sort of energy or otherness, to do that ritual of balling it up, sending it to the sun, and having it transform to feed us. So, from our talking points for the Centers for Spiritual Living, I love this. This is the conclusion and the call to action. And if there are Centers for Spiritual Living that are following these points, this is all of our call to action. Today, I commit to honoring those whose shoulders I stand on. I commit to honoring those who are my ancestors, be they my family, spiritual tradition, community, or other forms of legacy. This includes all of those who have been made to be early ancestors. Their names and lives impact my life as well, and I honor them. And I commit to taking the necessary action in my personal life, my spiritual community, and the community where I live to rise up and to demonstrate a new level of presence and creative action that ripples out from where I am and what I do. So usually here is when I would speak a prayer, but instead, I am going to share my screen, and I'm going to share a video of Jamie Lula. There's a healing going on is the song. So I invite you to take this in, take this as the prayer, and let the energy of this song heal any wounds, any harms for you or for any one that you may have named earlier on in our ritual. Allow this to heal you, bless you, and transform that energy.
Let me walk to the banks of the river of love, where the current runs deep, baptized in one, where there's no separation and light is always seen. Honoring all our differences and love who set us free. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I say, oh, you rock my soul. I say, oh, you rock my soul. I see the blessings of the past. It's time to requalify. Let's not forget, but learn to forgive. God knows we gotta try. It's my responsibility to heal the wounds in me. Compassion, faith, and hope, and love, and truth will set us free. Oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. Oh, Lord, I said, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my
So now it is the time for the giving of our gifts. Thank you for all of the ways that you continue to support the center during these times. Your donations are very important to us because it helps us to fulfill our vision statement that helps create a world that works for everyone. We know that God is our source. We know that we are simply circulating Spirit's energy in the form of money by giving and receiving. And there are many ways to give. You can You can text to give by 614-681-8616. You can go to our website, www.columbuscsl.org, and you can click the PayPal button at the top. You can also mail your donations to CCSL, PO Box 14462, Columbus, Ohio 43214. We can also set up auto pay through your bank, and you can have your donations sent directly to us or transferred to us. And our moderators on both YouTube and Zoom will put those in the chat. Thank you. So now, if you are joining us for the very first time, we honor you. We welcome you. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I skipped ahead. I'm so sorry. I skipped our affirmation. I apologize. Let me go back. So please say our affirmation with me. My gift goes forth to heal and bless and prosper. It does its good and perfect work and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
When I open up a channel to receive, when I open up my heart and just believe, when I know I am infinity, when I open up my eyes so I can see, I can feel it, circulation, circulation. When I open up a channel to receive, when I open up my heart and just believe, when I know I am infinity, when I open up my eyes so I can see, I can feel it. Can you feel it? Circulation, circulation. Ooh. Circulation, circulation. Let it circulate.
Just 1 second, trying to get that up here. Okay. Circulation. Circulation of spirit as abundance, as wealth, as growth. Spirit is abundance in all forms, spreading throughout our center and beyond because it is all one. And in being one with the one, I know that I am abundance, wealth, and growth as well. Our whole spiritual community is abundance, wealth, and growth together and separately. I remember that abundance is who I am and what the center is. I surrender any fear or doubt, and I accept wealth into our center's experience. I open the door to this divine supply of abundance, and I allow the never-ending flow in, and I say thank you. I am grateful for this abundance, and I am grateful for this center and all the beautiful gifts that are in this community. I know we are loved because love is all there is. I release it into the law that requires me only to ask in order to receive. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Tammy. So let's thank Julie Matheson for the meditation and for holding virtual High Watch. Thank you to Tammy Evans for assisting today as the practitioner. Thank you, Jill Schultz, for doing the reading. Thank you, Tammy and Margie, for doing the video moderating. Thank you to Jay Westfall for hosting on Zoom today. And for the musicians, thank you to Jamie Lula. Thank you to Carissa Holmes and the Center Trio, Tony Bernardi on piano, Steve Parakis on drums, and Joe Nelson, or Steve Parakis on bass and Joe Nelson on drums. Thank you for sharing their music from Carissa's YouTube channel. And then our closing song is going to come from Jesse Powers and Chad Warren. So I just want to give a little shout out and gratitude to them. And also thank you to all of you who are here for our Sunday celebration today. We are glad you are here. If you are joining us for the first time, we welcome you. We'd like to send you a welcome packet in the mail with information about us. You can let us know that you're new or that you'd like one of those welcome packets by either contacting us on Facebook through our private Facebook message, or you can call the office. Either way. So please say our blessing with me. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And so it is. Thank you all for being here this morning. And our closing song is by Jesse Powers and Chad Warren. And I just want to give a little plug for Jesse Powers. She is doing a Kickstart right now for her new album. And it closes, I believe, the end of today. So if you would like to support our own Jesse Powers, you can just Google Jesse Powers and her Kickstart. And this song by the two of them, again, I'm just thinking about the healing and the revealing and the stepping into our power. So enjoy.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change all I can, and the wisdom, yes, the wisdom to know the difference.
Serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change all I can, and the wisdom, yes, the wisdom, oh, the wisdom to know the difference. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change all I can, and the wisdom, yes, the wisdom to know the difference. Serenity, courage, the wisdom to know the difference. Serenity, courage, the wisdom to know the difference. Serenity, courage, the wisdom to know the difference. The wisdom to know the difference. The wisdom to know the difference. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change all I can, and wisdom, yes, the wisdom to know the difference. Wisdom to know, the wisdom to know, the
the wisdom to know the difference.